I is here today.
Jack Denny.
Trying to work out why that is. Oh no, actually, I know why. I know
Ah,
why.
now it's
Here we
better.
go. Because it's not picked up the. Um, bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. I've solved it. It's not picking up the. There
Oh,
we go.
your
There we
voice
go. There we
changed,
go.
by the way. Oh wow, this looks like way better. Yeah,
New
it's like
me.
night and day difference. And
New me.
your voice is much clearer as well
Is
now.
it? Do I sound like a Dutchman now?
Like a Dutchman.
Yeah, Danny still has hair. I've seen the odd grey, but no,
I mean,
I'm still hanging on to my hair
there's
despite the
hair
last 12
somewhere.
months. Or
It's
I
a
should
bit
say the
further
last
back.
18 months. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So no, it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
that's
Harley's here. Harley's here, and he's all branded up as well.
yeah,
So
he is. Wrong brand, but yeah, still.
It'll be wrong brand. It is the brand. Okay, look at it.
look,
It's like a
Look,
Goodyear blimp over the world. You
look.
see it? Uh,
I'm
I love orange.
yeah. I love orange. What are you doing, Danny? Are you playing the flute?
Yeah, he's playing the flute. Yeah.
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 Oh, I'm
There
back.
we go. Branding all the way. There's a famous. Well, I say famous in our tiny little world. Yeah.
Yes.
There we go. Martinga's all over that.
He is.
Martinga's all over it. Isn't this the Mdb Ama? Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's
Cheers, guys.
So what's going on? So people joining, people coming in. Big set of questions. Obviously, it's been yeah, we should meet it head on. Obviously, it's been a difficult week in terms of price action on MDB. It's been some nice buybacks. I think we burned 2.5 million. I think this week, 2.5 million.
I believe
looks
it's
like
like
Danny only has one hoodie. Did I have this hoodie on last week?
I don't remember. My memory doesn't go that far.
So Buff Tony is saying that I've only got one hoodie. Well, this is clean on actually. I have to be honest. I wore a Foxify hoodie for probably longer than I should have. It's been a very sort of internal week this week, stuck behind a computer, and the marquee, we got it. we got it. We heard you. Yeah, but then no. This is fresh on. It's fresh on, and I think also, just to defend myself, I have a blue one which is exactly the same. I think I've shared this previously. I'm not fashion wise. I'm not particularly creative, nor do I want to put a lot of time into shopping for clothes. So quite often, if I like something, I'll just buy multiple of them. Or I'll wear it and then I go, I'll get that again. Or even shoes, I've gone back and just bought the same shoes when they were.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get that. I mean, if they're comfortable and looking good, then why not, right? I'm like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the next burn, can you throw the ashes in my wallet? That's a good question. So when Louis Vuitton, that's it. I need to up the game.
It is. It's the first time in a long time, by the way, people were able to snatch up MDB below the launch price.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good job to everybody who was able to do that, because that was insane.
Yeah, well, the backing's just ridiculous at the moment, isn't it? I think we've been, there's always plenty of wallet watchers, right? And I think we've been unlucky because if you look at like the model of MDB and you look at a lot of our early marketing, I suppose because look, it's a smart contract, right? We're not it's not like I gave birth to the thing, but there's obviously a lot of qualities. I think where it starts becoming challenging is when you get lots of people just selling after selling after selling, right?
Yeah.
And it's always a difficult one because you could actually, if I count up all of the burns that we've done at higher prices, right? And we'd saved all of that BNB up, and then we'd done all of that burning out. Yeah, you'd burn 5 times as much or whatever. But there's also another variable that if you don't do that, if you're not active, sort of in supporting the token, then you're almost accepting that there's you're almost encouraging it to go there, right, to a place where you need to burn more. So it's not easy to choose when. I think we're clearly at a point at the moment where the price is low enough that I think today we bought, which is again, it's all one thing that we've been really disciplined with at the moment because we have to be, right. It's the sensible thing to do, is making sure that we're only burning with profits, with gains. It's all extra. We're not eating into any principle at the moment when we're doing those burns. But today, I think we bought $700 worth. We got nearly 250,000 tokens taken out of circulation for $700. And I've noticed actually a bit of an uptick on volume. Actually, I noticed that the PLP shot up and then it slowed down for a few days, and then I've noticed it's popped up by a couple of K. So I think next week as well, I feel a level of confidence that next week, if prices are still around where they are, then we'll have the opportunity to continue burning multiple millions a week at the moment. So it's very difficult to make that judgment call, but yeah, right now we're able to even go in with a $700 buy and kind of rake out sort of 250,000 tokens with what looks like a fairly small buy. But it is obviously challenging because if you think about sort of a sequence of events, right? We had our second largest whale emptied the bag completely, which is, if I'm honest, that's a process that had started last year, really, probably as far back as sort of September, October time. And then obviously it happened very quickly. We had also then another whale who did the same with us as they did with Sphere at the same time. They were whaling Sphere whale with us, and they just came back and dumped, and then they came back 2 weeks later and dumped, and then we've had a couple of others. But I think the others as well. Maybe you'd be less encouraged to dump, but then you get. Like I said, someone explicitly making a decision that I'm out. You get someone who's just out of, they were just getting out of things at the same time and have been dormant for a long time, and you have a couple more people jumping on it, and obviously it can become an emotional time, and you get people saying things like we're down 95%, and it's not easy, but at the same time it's also motivating when you can buy and burn so much for such small sums.
Yeah, I noticed that as well with the daily quizzes that I do, right? They pay out in MDB. It's $10 in MDB, and I've seen it go up and up and up and up. It was barely like 3,800 the last time I paid it out. 3,800 MDB for $10. That was wow.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, really a lot. And you can see, I think the bond was buying nearly 1 million.
Wow.
Million tokens.
Yeah, 10 BNB, right? Yeah.
I was even surprised me actually, because we've sometimes you believe the propaganda yourself. People, why aren't we burning? And I quickly went on to BSC scan today. I was like, our circulating supply is 771 million, and because you just always remember a last number that you saw, and the last time I registered the number, it was 777 million.
All right.
So we burned.
It was 777 million the other day, because when I did the math that I shared with you guys, that was the number that was reflected. So we've somehow gotten 6 million out of circulation, which I don't know how that happened, but that was the number that was flashed, and then it is down to 771 now. So I don't know if the Discord bot was broken or what, but that's where I was seeing those two numbers. It did seem like a large, but either way, it's like in the 20s. And like I told you guys, it's which I don't know if I told other people, it's 15 point something percent annual deflation rate on the original amount. At our current amount, that's like increased by like a third or a fourth or whatever it is. But just for ease of sake, it's that. So it's like taking the inflation you see on like your milk and your eggs when you go to the grocery store, tripling it and then inverting it. Yeah. That's the supply.
Yeah. You're also seeing quite an interesting dynamic as well with the math, and I think you become, when you have a protocol where it's designed quite sustainably like ours, you get you become like a victim of your own success, really, because back when we were at prices like this before, then you start to get a bit of movement. People are like, wow, I'm earning like 200-300% APY, or the farms are just like absolutely printing, because it doesn't take that many dollars to move a really large chunk of MDB into people's wallets, right? So then the APY is sort of like booming. But there's only a finite amount of dollars in the world, and so as you grow, say you 5x, then the amount of dollars divided by the number of tokens, then it starts to drop, obviously, significantly. Then your APYs become a bit more sedate, people sell, but we're now back in that situation, actually, where the sort of dollar to amount of token ratio, because that's the flip side of the price being low, is that you can get many more tokens for each dollar. So it doesn't take that much. And actually, we've seen, this week I'd be interested, like someone like Patrick or a couple of other large bag holders, be interested to see what their rewards are for this week, because we've had like numerous days where there's been 500,000 tokens in the receivers when they've been triggered. So it's been a healthy time, in terms of rewards. But obviously, price is, especially if you're looking to sell now, then price is obviously something that we're not ignorant to.
Is there from the community are there any questions or anything at all? Then please go ahead and write them in the chat. We'll happily answer them. And if not, then I think Danny has something exciting planned. Yeah,
I do. I've got three community members. The comments have to be in YouTube, so we'll give a few minutes for people to ask questions. I've managed to just do something wrong on my screen, actually. On the multitask. Somehow I've got. Oh, there we go. I fixed it.
All right, my transaction on Mexi went through.
Nice. By the way, it seems that Patrick dropped his 10-day rewards in chat, says Martinga.
Okay, so there you go. In 10 days, he's earned 224,000. It's worth noting as well. Whales are not created. Whales are not created when the price is at all-time high. The whales are created when the prices are low, and people do the opposite. And we're all sat there right now. Who isn't sat there right now saying? And I personally bought a little bit of Bitcoin, actually, bang on the low, under 16,000.
All right, nice.
It about a week later, just because I was bored, right? And
that's
just
amazing.
I was bored, and who isn't sat there now looking at Bitcoin, going, why didn't I just sell my house when Bitcoin was at 15K and buy Bitcoin? But it's always hard at the time, isn't it? It's the brave at the time. I remember this time last year. I remember, Patrick just accumulating whenever any value presented itself, and there's a couple of people doing that at the moment. And they're the people when it's the good times that kind of make hay whilst the sun's shining. But if anyone's got any questions, otherwise, I've got 3 community members. You need to answer in the chat here. And it's going to be a couple of minutes before we start. So it's $50 in MDB, but you can quadruple. We did this before just for a bit of fun. We did a quiz, and Buff Tony won the quiz. I don't know if Tony's here. He won the quiz, and he hadn't bought. And so he was like, I think it was like double or triple the prize he got. And he's like, and he won.
So there's still time, right, to purchase the MDB?
There is time. It's just a bit of fun, Jesus Christ, so many regulations at the moment. It's not financial advice. We're not promoting anything. We're here making entertainment. It's a documentary about crypto. And, I'm not well. Harley is my carer. Whatever mitigation I can come up with. Cool. Yeah. So we got 3. So Tony is here. So it's $50 of MDB for the person that wins. There's 3 people to guess. So I'm hoping that either one person gets all 3, or one person gets 2, or we'll have to come up. Actually, I haven't thought of a tiebreaker actually. So I'll have to come up with a tiebreaker.
I'm the king of tiebreakers, Danny.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I've gotten so good at it, but I've made up so many tiebreaker things that no worries. If we have a tiebreak, I got you.
Cool. Very good. Very good. So I'm just thinking about that. So Patrick, so if the price is 3 and Patrick nearly $250,000, that's basically he's making $750 a week, even at these prices and at this volume.
Wow. Yeah,
a little passive, is it?
Yeah, that's huge.
Knowing that the supply is just going down and down. Yeah, every week there's less than there was before. So yeah, interesting. Cool. So I'm going to give it. Has anyone got any like burning questions? Are happy to take on sort of like any sort of question apart from Buff Tony's question. Happy to take on any question that anyone's got. No stone unturned, and then we'll get on with it. And then we've got a bit of an announcement afterwards as well, actually. So yeah, Frido's not expecting it. Harley's sort of half now thinking.
Okay.
Is it what I think it is, or what's he going to say?
I'm in the dark here, guys, just like you.
You are in the dark.
I have a question.
Go on, what's your question?
What's
your name? Where are you from?
Hey, name's Jeff. I'm from Indiana. No,
is that how people from Indiana talk?
Oh, fucking no.
Hello, Jeff.
So in the UK, we have really distinct accents. We're like literally 400 meters that way, completely different accent. Do you guys don't have that?
We have different accents. Like, I don't know if Indiana has it, but like that, like Wisconsin, like up top, like gee golly, don't you know? Oh,
that almost sounds Irish, man.
Oh boy, oh you don't. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
And they got Californians like me. Right? We just talk normal. We don't have an accent.
Normal. I remember my sister saying that when I was young. How come we don't have an accent? I was like, fuck. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's true, right? It's you said it. Let me see. 9, 5, 7.
The funny thing about this, all right, because Danny, you're British, and this guy here is American. And I'm like, I pick up some British.
Yeah.
I pick up some American because, for instance, I was chatting with Harley earlier today, and I was spelling out something, and I said Z. I know that in the UK you say Z, and I know that in Dutch it's Z too. But somehow, somehow when I'm talking English, I'm turning my Dutch Z into a Z. So that's just something I picked up.
It's called we have a language for that at American universities. It's called code switching. All right, you're a culture virtual. Yeah, based on who you're talking to, you talk different.
Sorry, go on, Harley.
No, my question is where are we going next weekend?
Oh yeah, we're we're doing little meetup, But before anyone starts making accusations of private jets and rooms, suites with chaise longues in the it's purely Harley happens to be in London for a personal trip. I don't live a million miles from London. Frido isn't a million miles. He's further, but not a million miles. And so we are having a get together, and the 3 of us.
They're going to meet my wife.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Can you say the word wife without sounding like Borat?
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought of actually when it came out of my mouth. Meet my wife.
The wife, yeah.
She's also my sister.
Yeah, my number 4 prostitute is all land.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Oh my god,
brilliant.
I love Sacha Cohen.
Ali G wasn't big in the US, was it? First time around.
No. You only heard of him after. Well, remember I was younger as well, but like I only heard of Ali G after Borat.
after it. One of those, it's almost like second album thing, and then you go, oh, this is good, and you go and find their first album.
Yeah. But his latest stuff too, The Dictator, is probably like top 10 movies for me, if not top 5.
Really?
I love the movie The Dictator.
I think it was great.
I love it, bro.
The Ali G character is funny because all the others are like piss takes of other things. Whereas the Ali G character is a piss take of a very common sort of character in British culture at the time. Which is basically the white kid that thinks they're black, and that's and
you guys had that in England.
Yeah, it's I don't even know what I can say anymore. But there's a word for it which sounds like a word you should never ever say.
I know the word you're saying.
Unless you're what?
I'm
not going there, but you should never say this word unless you're. I don't know. It's just a word that's well out of bounds. Unless, I just my brain.
You look like you're short circuiting right now. It's pretty good.
Yeah, my brain won't even compute what I'm trying to say. But you just said you can't say it. So what do you mean you can? So it's a word that no one should ever say. Supposedly, sometimes, but not always. And you put a W instead of the first letter, and that's a slang term.
Yes.
Everybody here
knows the word. There's another term. I didn't know this. There was a big sort of race scandal with to be honest, it wasn't nice at all, but it was some footballers and it was a white footballer. I think, I don't want to get sued, but I think he was pretty racist, to be honest. And then his black teammate, I don't even know what to say. But anyway, his black teammate stuck up for him. And there was a term I didn't know because I'm too old and out of touch. And another term was a chalk ice. I thought that was, that's quite,
all right.
A chalk ice, what? Yeah. It's you're brown on the outside and you're white on the inside.
Really?
Chalk ice?
Chalk ice, yeah.
I know.
It's an interesting term. Yeah, Ali G is like a very is a basically a caricature of a common sort of like rude boy, car driving, wears, was it FUBAR clothing? Did you have FUBAR clothing in
you mean FUBU?
FUBU, that's it. FUBAR's effed up beyond all recognition.
Exactly. I know FUBAR.
Yeah. And there's funny stuff. But I was going to say actually. So what, I forget. I was just thinking, what should we do on Sunday? And then next Sunday, and then luckily you reminded me that your wife is also there. So. But yeah, we should.
It's going to be like lots of fun.
Put some thought into it. I was going to say that when first time I ever went to the US, I was like 18, so I was quite young, and the people then I was hanging around were quite young, and it was the first country I'd ever been to in the world where other people took the piss out of my pronunciation of my own language.
Well, it's not yours anymore, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Like you work that out, right? It was like, oh my God, you talk like that. You say missile, and I'm like, it is our language, right? Like this is the right way. I promise you.
This is the right way. Yeah.
I was getting hammered by.
Yeah, no, we're very serious about it because we moved past English. We tried to rebrand it as American, right? Like speak American. But really? you got called like a racist for that because people would say it's like people speaking Spanish, But I think it's far funnier to say it to someone who's actually speaking English, and to say speak American, Like I find it way funnier. Yeah. Especially since you're so proud of being British, and I've never met someone. But I don't actually know that many international people.
Who's proud of being British?
You.
Me?
You're just very like on your British side all the time.
You think? I think what resonates, if I'm honest, and this will probably run you people, what resonates with me about being British. And sorry, look, if it's your first time here and you're expecting like this really boring AMA, I actually listened to someone else's AMA last night, and I won't say who it was, because I don't want to be rude to them, but it was at 10 o'clock last night, my time. It rhymes with flex. And I genuinely fucking fell asleep during their AMA. I kid you not. I woke up and I just looked at the YouTube screen and it was just blank and they'd gone. They'd obviously finished there. All right, cheers, guys. Thanks, everybody. And I'm like, for it. So we don't do that. We take questions, we have some fun, and we do some like man chat as well, unless Alice comes, which she doesn't anymore. But yeah, I've completely lost my train of thought completely.
I think about why you're okay being a nationalist.
Yeah. So the because I'm waffling on about something, and people are like, "Oh, I'm here to tell me about the NFTs." But
we sound like three guys huddled around a plate of Coke, by the
way. Yeah, basically. I love you, man. But do you know what my people probably won't like what I'm about to say, but like I think like Brits have like this probably image of like the whole colonial history, blah blah blah, and all that stuff, right? And so people are like, oh, rule Britannia and Imperial Britain, oh, you monsters. And the way that translates into modern life, it's okay being horrible to those people, right? And that's the hypocrisy of the way we treat the topic of people being victims. Is we're like, oh, who made someone a victim before? Oh, it's okay for them to be a victim now. Go get them, get your pitchforks. And it's ridiculous, right? Because as humans, we're displaying exactly the same behavior that we're saying that we hate, right? Given the opportunity to return that to the person that we think did it in the past, which is at the same time it's generalization and million holes in that. So when you grow up British, you kind of you used to just everybody hating you and feeling like a little bit of an underdog. But it's okay for everyone to hate you because some guys you're related to a long time ago were seen to be on the front foot, so now it's okay to put you on the back foot. So, but some of my own personal characteristics kind of like I fit with like that. I like the underdoggy thing, and I'm a bit can be a bit of a dreamer sometimes. So yeah, so I think maybe I'm protective of it because I feel like maybe like today, like Brits are like they're like the world's gingers now. Everyone's allowed to have a go at them. So I'm just the one guy sticking up for the gingers. That's it.
That's it. That's the whole thing. You and James Pelton hold it down.
James Pelton. Oh yeah.
Cool. Right. So yeah, we're just killing some time. So $50 of MDB. If you are the winner of this, you got to guess 3 community members and fastest finger first in the chat in YouTube. It'll be the first one that comes through. Appreciate someone might write it for someone else, and then YouTube want to like rig the game and put your comment after someone else's, and we just have to take it as it comes in. And if you bought $25, no, what did we say? Was it $25 of MDB?
Yeah.
Before we asked the first one, then you quadruple to 200 if you're the winner. Right, let's get on with it. Here we go. Right, so
but hang on, because it's $25 of MDB. And it's a $200 win if you if you bought it before. So
if you bought it before.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah. Just making 100% sure.
There's a really good question there actually. Where do you see MDB in a year from now? It's a really good question. I'll come back to that. It's deep. Sounds like an interview question that.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in a year? Yeah.
Yeah. It's was it? Would you tell me about yourself? I'd rather not because I really need this job.
That's an interesting answer, though. I would be hard pressed to find out more about that.
You never seen that meme?
No.
Like tell us one of it's like the interview memes. Tell us one of your weaknesses. I'm too honest. I don't think that's a weakness. I don't give a fuck what you think.
I love that. Yeah.
There's a whole list of like interview memes like that. I think are really funny. Cool. All right. It is Friday, doggies. West Easy in the house.
West Easy, my friend.
Right. So if you got it, I haven't seen many 25. I think we've seen one $25 by, and then someone's done it like 10 times.
Yeah, that's right.
Good. All right. So first one, I've got it written down on a bit of paper. So I'm going to say you have to guess who this community member is, and the first one to type it. Let me just check. My alt tab is going to bring me back to where I need to be, and the answer is no. So bear with me.
And we're doing the first answer that comes up for us right here in the chat, right?
As we see it. So
yes.
Okay. So I don't like the token to pump, as I'm just a kid. Who am I? First one to get it right. So it's a Discord name. It's not Aussie. I don't like the token to pump, as I'm just a kid. Who am I? It's a riddle. Come on, guys. Pie. No, it's not pie. I see that, though. I see that. I see we going. Is it either of you two guys? Do you think you got it?
No.
Really?
No. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at riddles.
I tried this one on Alice, and she was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And she said, "You are a stupid man," and she snapped me back. But, she didn't get it either, and she told me to do it much more explicitly, and I refused. Come on.
Someone will get it
one more time. I don't like the token to pump, as I'm just a kid. Who am I? All right, I'm going to give a clue. Right, ready? In 3, 2, 1, I'm going to give a clue. 3, 2. Why are you using an Italian accent for that? I love it. You don't.
And frontman is the one asking as well.
Carlo only knew the last week that Alice and I are together.
Yeah. He told me in a DM. He says, "Are they together?"
He's doing like Italian impressions of her. No wonder she's not around.
Yeah, he didn't know for sure.
Alice is one quarter Italian, Carlo, and
it's 100% of the conversation.
Yeah, and the reason we take them in is because it's something that Alice will tell you in the first 4 seconds of you knowing her, even though there's nothing Italian about her whatsoever. I think
that's gonna be my son.
She sat next to someone who ate a slice of pizza once. That's about as Italian.
I mean, she sounds totally British.
Yeah, there's no, and to be fair, even her Italian grandmother moved to the UK when she was 16, and behaves in a very British way. Although it was obviously fluent in Italian, and a lovely woman as well. But I think we got a right answer.
We do. Dumpy. All right.
Yeah. Nice, JFit. Yeah. So I'm kid. The clue I was going to give is it's kid is another name for a goat. And the opposite of pump is dump.
Yeah. Now I get it. Yeah, if you explain it.
What's it going? A kid?
Yeah. Kid is a baby goat.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that either.
Yeah.
Not all of us.
Like this is. Can somebody from Europe and the US just confirm that it's a knowledge gap for these guys?
I'm not.
Excuse me. Westies is going to call the manager. Excuse me.
I'm just gonna play my Dutch card. I'm not a native English person, so
full on Karen. Excuse me.
It's been called that in English since the 1200s.
Okay, but not in American.
Not in American, no.
Aussie baby is a kid who's always whining about tokenomics, though. LOL.
Cool. All right. A kid is a baby goat. Good. All right. So it's just confirmed, right?
Nice. Yeah.
That's number one. JFip in the lead. So number 2. I'm getting a little old, yet I'm still super fast on the quiz. Who am I?
I think I got this one. I got this one for sure. I have it at 100%.
I feel like the time is people Googling it.
I'll send it in our private chat. You'll be able to verify. I think I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
Back, yeah.
You got it. All right, I'm going to give it 30 seconds. It's not Tomna. It's not Oridinam.
We have a winner.
We got a winner. Yeah, Mdb Ama. Mdb Ama.
Yes.
Mdb Bona.
Amarkarada. You're now tied with JFib.
I've literally just, I've probably just given the Gooch Inspector his next funny name in the community.
Oh, yeah. I looked it up yesterday, by the way, because I was not aware of what that meant. But I know now.
You didn't know what a Gooch was?
No.
I think you can say the word Gooch, right? It's not a swear word.
No, but
yeah. Body.
Yeah, it is a piece of
so you looked up your Gooch yesterday?
No.
That's what I heard.
I looked up what a Gooch is on the interwebs.
The weirdest internet history.
What do we? Oh no, not by a mile.
Yeah, you don't want to be jumbling up your internet history. It's going to get you in trouble.
Yes.
Your internet searches.
Yeah.
Gooch is not a good internet search. I think I might have told this story before on here, but so a place that I used to buy running shoes from is called sportsshoes.com. And once I typed it quickly at work and I missed an S out of sports shoes, which is 2 S's. So it was sportshose.com.
Nice.
I think I'm on my work system. I worked in a corporate business at the time. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to access sportshose.com. So you got to be careful out there, guys.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
To buy some new Nikes, but he ended up with a 10-year subscription to sportshose.com.
Yeah. Yeah, which you can't delete because it's too embarrassing.
He's like, look at those runners, isn't it?
It looks like Buff Tony also tried to search it.
West Easy said that website isn't even up anymore.
Yeah, let me check it out. I'm seeing the domains available.
Oh, you want it now?
Sportshose.com.
Is it?
Sportshose.
Anyway, so 2 or 3. So we got a tie at the moment.
Yes.
So one of those 2 gets the next one. We got a winner. If someone new gets it, then we got a tie break. And Frido's going to do a tie break. So here we go.
Sportshose.ai is available.
.ai. Okay.
Sportshose.sucks is available. I'm not kidding.
Cool. So number 3. I'm going to get on with it. So I'm 100% genuine with a taste for optimism. Who am I?
Ooh.
I'm terrible at riddles as well, by the way, working them out. Good at writing, bad at
figure them out.
Bad at working them out. Not Thorhammer, not VP Gene.
I don't have this one.
Not Kov Tomas. I'm 100% genuine with a taste for optimism. Who am I? Not Coin Dog. Not Good Crypto Win.
I liked Good Crypto Win though.
Yeah,
that's a good guess.
Not bad guess. K grind. Real Hope. There you go. We got it. West Easy got it.
Yeah, Real Hope. Nice.
Real Hope. 100% genuine with a taste for optimism.
So that is then West Easy.
El Marble got it as well. But El Marble was second.
All right, that means, guys, we have a tie, a 3-way tie. So that means it's time for me to spring into action. And tiebreak question.
You're slow, nerd.
Yeah. There are 327 types of gooch.
Who says that?
No, that's. I'm waiting for your question because you've researched this.
No, it's gonna be something that only I
Let
know.
me win it so we can split the two up. Whoa. Right, this is no scamming the protocol. No scamming. You'd be kicked out of the casino.
All right, guys.
Gambling going on.
If you're ready for the question, it's going to be an approximation question. So only the 3 people that are tied can participate, or I will only accept answers of the people who are tied. So West Easy.
Is it nearest wins? Is that what you mean by?
Yes. Yes, exactly. So I will ask a question, and the person who gets closest to the answer wins. And afterwards, I will show the answer on screen, so you know that I'm not cheating. You only get 1 guess, so it's just 1.
You're such a nice guy, Friday. You're such a nice guy. You'll pick a winner and then you'll post the video so that people know.
Obviously,
you could have spun it 100 times, right? Until it got the person that you wanted to, and then put the video on. Right? It could, but you're such a genuine nice guy. I'll just be like, look, if you don't trust me, tough. Yeah. He's a nice guy, isn't he, Harley?
Yeah. It's a little like makes you feel worse about yourself. You know, it's like I go visit the Rikers Island every time I get off a call with them, just so I can feel better about myself. Rikers Island is a incarceration center here, by the way.
So it's awfully physical as soon as that door shut, though, right?
I mean, that's how I like it.
So we've got it was Amer, West Easy, and who else? Who got the
JFIP? JFIP was first.
JFIP. So this question is for Amer, West Easy, JFIP. It doesn't matter how long you take about the answer. It's the one who is like closest. But I will give you 1 minute to answer. So you have to answer
1 minute time, because there's a little bit of gamesmanship, isn't there, with this type of thing? Yeah.
So I have my phone right in front of me, and I want you guys to write down what you think is my battery percentage at this point of time. Of that phone.
What time is it there? Was it
17:48. So 5:48 for those who don't use the 24-hour.
Those Americans not in the military.
JFIP, your 69 has been locked in.
Damn it, I was gonna say 69. I'll say 62.
You're disqualified.
Why?
Because you're not one of the 3.
I don't have it.
Amar says 25%, and then we just have West Easy.
You guys have to remember, it's 5 p.m. Frida's a late riser, and he's at home with the charger. All right. You think he's gonna let it get down to 25? What if he needs to leave the house?
Should do it. If Harley gets closest, we have to do this whole game again. We started 49 minutes ago. We've got to go again.
All right. So West Easy says 82. I'm gonna accept 82% because it only shows the percentage, of course.
And here's the question, West Easy. Did you enter to have the chance of quadrupling the prize? That's the question.
All right. So I'm going to flip the screen, and then you guys know. I hope it will show.
Sportshose.com?
There it is.
I knew it was coming. I was thinking, is it going to be a Gooch joke, or is it going to be
It's 77%, guys.
So
that actually means that West Easy wins it. Woo! There is a question though, West Easy. Did you or did you not buy into MDB before we started this quiz?
He bought a bond.
He did,
but that wasn't after my message. To be fair, so
okay.
It doesn't. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it offline.
All right. Well, anyway, congratulations. You know, I get these ties in Discord, or not in Discord, in Telegram quite a lot when I do the quiz for Foxify. So I've had to think of many different ways of figuring out the the ties. Yeah.
You're the master tiebreaker. Master tiebreaker.
Master tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Meister.
Meister. The Meister tiebreaker.
Maestro.
Yeah. Yeah. So last week's AMA, we talked about some of the review that we're doing internally at the moment, with a view to thinking about, you know, how do we, you know, we've got some strong fundamentals, we've got great opportunity in front of us, a lot of hard work has been done, still lots of hard work, and obviously it's super frustrating being bogged down by delays on the Foxify side, but we are extremely close to turning a page. We've got all of our pieces in line that we need, and yeah, so look, we've got other sort of external challenges that we need to consider as well, like the removal of BUSD. What do we do in terms of the chain of MDB? And we're close enough now to set a date to make a commitment on the AMA to present the future plan for MDB, which is a super exciting plan. I think we have a lot of opportunity in front of us. I think going back to the question, where do I see MDB in a year's time? I think without giving too much away, you know, we're just going to see ultimately MDB is like a screw, right? We're trying to, what we're doing is we're turning a screw into the value that we have within the organization and compressing it more and more and more, right? By pushing sort of earnings and profit back into the value of the token, we're creating ultimately, you know, a squeeze of value into a smaller and smaller number of tokens, and that's, you know, that's something that's going to continue. And you know, we're further ahead than we were price aside. We're further ahead on that journey every week, every month, and we'll continue to be on that journey. So yeah, so we, you know, it will just be more compact, and in a year's time there'll be, you know, some people will leave us, and that's part of the process, and other people will join, and you know, there will be less chips to go around. So yeah, so next week, which I don't think we do Friday because it's quite late in the day. I think it can be difficult for people. So next Thursday, we'll hold an AMA on Thursday afternoon, our favourite time, so about 4 o'clock sort of UK time, so 5 o'clock European time, which is 1100 EST time, and we'll go through what the plan looks like moving forward for MDB and how we're going to tackle those challenges as well, and how we see ourselves sort of driving sort of accelerated value, hopefully, as we start to move into a bull run. Personally, I feel like I'm always afraid of a consensus in this industry, and it's becoming just too broadly accepted that the bull run has started. And
yeah,
that reeks of pain to come, even if it's relatively short term. So if you like me and you're feeling the FOMO from the Bitcoin pump, personally, I think there will be other opportunities to come, because it's too predictable right now. This industry cannot be that predictable. There's too much money at stake. There's too much money to be made from the market doing the opposite. If the market does the opposite of what 55% of people think, there's a bit of money to be made. If the market does the opposite of what 95% of people think, there's a huge amount of money to be made. So I'll always bet on the opposite happening of the consensus. And if you go back to sort of December 30th, and everybody was predicting 7k Bitcoin, 9k Bitcoin, and then we just ran up to 30k in 3 months, which was, I feel like we're in the opposite of that scenario at the moment. Even the last people that were saying we're still going to go down to 15 and then we'll go up, are now saying, well, we'll probably not see sub 30 again. For me, that looks like a recipe for the opposite to happen. So yeah, but that being said, you know, clearly I think seeing sub 20 is going to be pretty hard, and seeing 50, you know, I think most people would agree that we've definitely seen our lows. So we want to be in a position where we're perfectly placed to make sure that we maximise all of the opportunity that's ahead of us as the market begins to turn. So we'll do that next Thursday. I'm as it's very, very ambitious what we're going to lay out, but we never do anything that isn't ambitious. So interested to share it, and hopefully as many people can be there as possible.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Not Thursday this week, West Easy. Thursday next week.
Thursday this week has passed already. Yeah.
You gotta go back in time, Marty.
Good morning. Yeah.
Yeah, Prestige is late. Yeah, Prestige, you missed it. We missed it.
Better late than ever, though.
This is true. Why not go back in time?
I don't know, is there a 10,000% APY?
Yeah.
there actually is on that. Like, you go back in time. That's a great APY machine.
I got a message from somebody today who sent me a screenshot and said, there's a Miner 9 chap in the chat, and he's been a blockchain developer for 15 years. And he's coming up with some really interesting ideas about merging, building a smart contract that combines Foxify and Titano into one machine.
What?
Is bloody Virtue and Miner 9 trolling somebody trying to sell their blockchain services in off-topic in Foxify? The poor chap, he's just, and I said, they're just pissing around.
That's insane.
Somebody sent me a screenshot and said, "Have you seen this? This looks really interesting. What is this all about?" And I was like, "Don't just delete."
So yes, peasant. It would be November 16th.
Yeah, we'll put that. I'll tell you what I'll do actually, Fredo. Let me put that in our diary, and then if you can whack it in the calendar.
So I will.
We've got VIP meetup next week. I think probably what we'll do actually. I'll tell you what. Let's do it an hour earlier, and then we can do the VIP meetup straight afterwards.
Sounds good. By the way, about time travel, right? If you would ask me which superpower I'd like to have,
which superpower would you like to have?
I would say time manipulation.
Manipulation. That's such a sinister way of putting it.
So I
have to travel through time. You want to manipulate other people.
Yeah, I want to control time. I want to control time completely. Yeah,
interesting choice of words. I want to be able to molest time.
But imagine, like, if somebody takes like invisibility, yeah, great, you're invisible. But if you can manipulate time, you could be invisible to anybody who's unaware of you, right? Because you could just be, it's awesome.
Yeah. What would you? That's really interesting. And time travel, I think, is a great one. Actually, I think one of like for me, I'm quite comfortable with like getting old and all those things. But one of the saddest things I think about is that there's things that we'll see and discover in hundreds of years that as humans, you won't get to see what the future world looks like.
Yeah, and that is so sad.
And time actually moves a bit slower than you think. We're always like, oh, it's going to be like hoverboards and everything in the next 6 months. And then fast forward, I remember arguing with someone about, I know you wouldn't believe it, me arguing, but I remember arguing with someone about driverless cars about 10 years ago, saying, oh, it'd be 2 years. And because I love stuff like that. I love really advanced sort of disruptive tech. But you always think it's going to come in 5 minutes, don't you? But it's going to take a long time. So I never thought about time travel, actually. What would yours be, Harley?
Probably immortality until I wish not to be immortal.
Really?
Only immortality, because that would be so sucky. Everybody you love will die. It
would be sucky if you're a vampire.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, vampire is an extra thing, right? But yeah, I mean, the people you love die anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never really gotten that point. That they die, but it mostly sucks because I don't know how many people you guys have seen at the end of their lives, right? When everyone's gone, they've managed to outlive a bunch of their friends. But part of the reason it's so destructive for them is, they're 90, they're 95, they're not out there making new friends, right? Their body's failing them, right? You start again. It's like someone whose spouse dies. They usually don't live the rest of their life as a widower or widow. They move forward. It would be very, very sad, but also life is about people have different tolerance for things because of what things they've been through in life. After 5,000 years of losing people, you may not even want love anymore. You just experience things, and then maybe I won't want to be immortal anymore, and that's why I have my magic phrase.
Interesting.
Yeah. You put some thought into that as well. I like that. Yeah,
that is very interesting.
I've planned on polygamy Harley. Yes, there we go.
Have we asked Danny this, by the way? Also,
no, he told me.
He said
Have I told you?
Yeah.
You said you like time travel.
So he's living it. He said he just wants to be Frito's friend. That would be his superpower.
Yeah, I'm living it. That's really interesting. Imagine an immortal internet browsing history. Do you know, I've always, for me, like, being able to fly is always fascinated me. I'm one of these people that's had a lot of dreams where I'm flying, and the thought of being able to fly. I just don't think it's practical, though. I think in reality, you'd go up and you'd be freezing. You'd be like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, but sure, flight is cool. But
flying, being able to just fly, and that would be a crazy superpower. But I think that I think practically thinking about it, time travel's huge, right? Imagine being able to go back in time, buy 5,000 Bitcoin and stick them in a vault and then come back. Yeah.
Yes.
So we have a guest.
Have a guest. Hello, hand.
Hi, hand.
I see a hand.
Is it
Milo?
It is. It's not Milo. Milo's got paws, you maniac. Milo's had a bad leg actually, but
also say what's up to the people.
Hello. Yay! Hey,
you are live on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not putting my face in it.
I'm not putting my face in it.
We're happy to hear your voice as well.
Very emotional.
So emotional. Quite high viewers. That's good.
It is high viewers. It's because now every week Frida has to show one part of his body.
What has happened since I was less involved?
So people never know, but just the anticipation, and we, instead of giveaways now on the wheel, we have to spin, and there's strangely there's 3 nipples on the wheel though, weirdly, but it's
I still have to hit the gooch on the wheel as well.
I
never knew what a gooch
have gone
was.
Sideways since you left.
Yeah. Sorry, Harley.
I was just telling Alice things have gone sideways. She hasn't been around.
That's gone. Oh, Buff Tony said he misses you.
Aww.
He hit on my message right in front of me.
Yeah. The simping is back.
Always the muscle man. Always the muscle
man.
Yeah. It's it was funny. Somebody said they were fudding, but they said, "So, what do you think's gone wrong with MDB?" And I, for 1 second, I jokingly said I was almost jokingly said that we told everybody that Alice wasn't single, because it was like it was Simp City, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was. The first couple of months. Yeah,
and it was funny too, because
and then they saw your face.
A couple of us a couple of us knew that Danny and Alice were together before the community did, so it was really funny to see people simping the heck out of it.
Yeah. Oh, here's a brain thinker for you. Your 5 fingers, digits on one hand, can produce any 5 liquids forever. What are the 5 liquids?
What? 5? I can 5 liquids? Wow, that's a lot.
Your answers on next week's.
Yeah.
Kovi Alex says hi. West Easy says we're better off without you. Oh, it's harsh.
Oh, that is harsh.
Did he actually? I don't want to put my head in. You.
Well, you have to look to find out.
Sympathy.
Yeah.
Sympathy.
Yeah. And Good Crypto Win says he does miss you.
Yeah, I do need to come and say hi more often. It's just difficult at the minute.
Yeah.
I think they're lying. They're all missing you.
Yeah.
They're just
I
trying
would
to
like
be big
to
boys.
the party. What can I say?
With easy slide in the DMs.
Now she's just like a god voice that comes and talks over you. You have been bad, like over an AMA. Like a biblical voice.
Yeah.
Just keep getting the wrap it up hook.
Basically, JFit, 10 out of 10
Spot
for
on.
you. Basically said you come to yank me out of here.
That is basically what I do these days. Tell Danny when time's up.
Yeah. So you have a personal like alarm clock in the form of
I miss Alice's
a lovely
French
woman.
accent. I don't think I could do a French accent if I tried. If Alice checks in periodically, we know our money is safe. I hold the keys, Prestige. If I disappear, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Well, you already disappeared, so.
I'm not. I'm right here.
Mm. Right, we're going to go and have a domestic, and we'll
See you next week.
all right, cheers, guys.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.